Alright, everybody. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the vlog. And also, my name is Chilling with the Devin-Vlogs man. And I just want to say, everybody, that this time it's the big deal. It's the very big package. So, anyways, I want to say, by the way, that this time it's going to be a very big package. That it's going to be the big final time that it's going to be the Final Four playoffs. Yeah, in NFL. Yeah, it just kind of sucks so far. So anyway, the only thing I'm gonna probably say exactly for pretty much the teams exactly so far, hmm, well, gotta say that the teams are actually reaching a bit close. Well, what are the teams are heading in? I think the teams who are remaining left is the 49ers, the Eagles, the Bengals, and then exactly the Chiefs, which is the final four teams. So, exactly, for example, that it is about time of the playoffs, exactly. Gotta say on the playoffs, exactly, is that if you guys did not mention or did somewhat mentioned, is that, dang, can't believe that the 49ers and the Eagles, the Bengals, and then the Chiefs had made it to the playoffs, like the final four playoffs. Man, it's the final four teams left. Man, what's going to be between of number two? For example, I just don't know who's going to probably reach it this far, but gotta say, everyone, in this vlog channel, I never even knew who's actually going to make it this far of the four teams left. That is either consider the 49ers, the Eagles, the Bengals, or Chiefs, who are going to totally win the playoffs. This one is a little bit of a kind of bit of a simple way by exactly example to be exactly advising, to make this a little bit example that I'm only going to say who's going to probably win. I don't know who would, but I think I'm only going to consider my guess. Only my guess, I'm only saying. Now listen, here's how it's going to work on the final four. Believe me, I know how brackets kind of work from now on. I know how the brackets always go, and I know how it's going to probably go example about the brackets. So, as for the brackets, I'm going to say is that the 49ers are facing against the Eagles on the right. Now, I'm only going to say who's going to probably win. If the 49ers do win, they have a chance to face off the Bengals and the Chiefs. Then next, the Eagles, if the Eagles did win against the 49ers by now, the Eagles would have done the same to face off the Bengals or the Chiefs. Now, those two teams are going to be a bit too hard to compete against to be compete. Now, as far as the two other teams are harder as other teams are, then yes. The only thing I'm only saying is that yes, I'm a Seahawks fan. Even hell, yes, my Seahawks actually did made it to the brackets exactly, which I'm kind of actually proud for that my Seahawks actually did win to the brackets exactly. I'm actually kind of proud that they did this like the one time that they actually made it. Like only this once, one time, that I'm only saying is good job for the Seahawks that actually did made it to the brackets. But I'm actually still kind of pissed that the Seahawks were gone because due to the 49ers. This is why sometimes that the 49ers are a big deal of competition. Which seriously though, they really are. Now, as I'm only going to say what's my advice, why am I going to suggest by saying is what team might be well as might as well been better? Now listen, I only pick my advices a little bit exampled and a little bit demonstration exampled. Now, if I say who am I going to pick, this is for a $2 for a $3. I don't know. For $2 and $3, I don't know who still wins at the end of the day. 49ers or Eagles. Like seriously, the 49ers are the biggest companions. Seriously, the biggest allies, against the Seahawks. To be very fair, by the way, is that, bruh, the 49ers should have lost. If they had lost by now, it would have sucked. It would have been a lot more better to see if the 49ers were gone, but nope, exactly. That my Seahawks were just out. I'm just kind of a little bit mad that I didn't even feel a little bit happy about that. Seriously, Seahawks, come on. Where was your strength when you guys actually needed it when you guys almost had that? Where was it? I mean, I'm not trying to make any not trying to make anything to say anything that's bad, but I'm just trying to say is Seahawks. Where did you guys' strength go? Where did it go? I mean, I was kind of proud by what happened in the third quarter or the second quarter at this moment. Like, I mean, I was watching that second quarter earlier the entire time. Like, the Seahawks kept scoring. Score, 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 and score. But what happened then? Oh, the 49ers really reversed it and scored it again all the way back against the Seahawks. My God. Like, I mean, seriously, it's like a swap card by an Uno reverse. Like, seriously, though, I just did not know how that was impossible. Like, I did not know how that was impossible. But now, anyways, to the other side with the AFC exactly with his Bengals and Chiefs. Now, here's another example too. If they do have to face the 49ers or Eagles, now listen. If the Bengals do win by now, the Bengals would have a better chance of reaching against the 49ers. Maybe. If the Bengals do win, they may actually have to get to face the 49ers or Eagles to actually win for that matter. Now, I'm only going to just look on the wins exactly of the 49ers and Eagles. So here's the wins. The only wins that the 49ers do have is 13 wins and 4 losses. And for the Eagles that they do have is 14 wins and 3 losses. So I gotta have to say that the Eagles may actually have another chance of actually beating the 49ers. I don't know. But I mean, seriously, the Eagles are a little bit different as far as the Eagles may actually will be succeeding to be successful in most likely of their win. But I don't know how the 49ers would ever actually catch up with the Eagles at this moment. But if the Eagles do catch up, I mean, the Eagles may will try to keep on ramming the 49ers out of town. I don't know. If the 49ers do get rammed out of town, I mean, it's no quite surprise how I might actually say that I'm not picking either sides. I'm not a side person who votes for another side. I mean, I pick my team very wisely to know who I cheer on. The only thing I'd rather consider cheering on is the Seahawks, but at the end of the day, we just don't know who wins. I mean, I do like watching other teams compete if the Seahawks weren't in the game for a bit. But the only thing I'm just learning to see who keeps going exactly is just the stronger team that actually wins to the playoffs. Now, anyways, about here's this example about another wins against with this. So the Bengals. Let's explain about the Bengals for a bit. Let's explain for the Bengals bit. Pretty much everybody. So here's how the Bengals are trying to actually immediately score this. Now, the Bengals do have is 12 wins. Like they have 12 wins. So let's explain this. So, if the Bengals do win over the Chiefs will lose again. So, they might as well be coming to a third or fourth tie. I don't know. They might as well be considering that one. And also, if the Bengals do win, then the Chiefs are done. And they might as well have to say that the Bengals will have to face two other stronger teams that are considered as 49ers and Eagles. And exactly. So if the Bengals do win, then the Chiefs are done. Now, if the Chiefs win, then the Chiefs may have another chance of actually winning against the 49ers or the Eagles that for that matter. So I think it's kind of like a bit of a full-on situation, like a four-tie situation. So if you guys have to decide who you think who wins at this time, we just don't know who actually makes it to the playoffs. I mean, as so far that there's the final four that remains left in the game, then yes, there is the final four that remains left. And as for example, is that whoever does kind of actually win a bit close to the playoffs, I'm actually kind of a little bit surprised. Whoever is actually reaching it so far is actually going to kind of actually reach it to the big ends. You know, the very big ends of the game. Which I mean, gotta be that quite honest, is that I never quite seen that most teams had ever won in Super Bowls. I mean, I was okay with the Seahawks winning like the like 3 Super Bowls exactly. Like the Seahawks did good winning 3. But if they would have won their fourth, yeah, that didn't turn out very good. I mean, I'd rather see the Seahawks compete a lot more aggressively better. I mean, they could have been more aggressive, could have been more companioned, and could have been a lot more stronger than any other team that would have gone that far. But yeah, I was really going to be so happy after the Seahawks were going to make it into the tournament, or exactly, for example, of the brackets. But of course, the Seahawks had lost, which I mean, hey, I was actually happy when the Seahawks were in the brackets. I was actually happy to see that, which I mean, it's kind of a bit of an okay thing for me and my heart exactly for seeing those Seahawks be in those brackets. I mean, I was kind of okay with that. But now until this, we have reached to the final four teams are considering left is either 49ers, Eagles, Bengals, and Chiefs. I mean, it's the biggest of the biggest football in history in NFL in 2013, 2000, not 2013, sorry, I mean to say was 2023. So as far as I have to say, it's going to be a lot more way impossible. So if you guys do consider who wins, we find out and we better see who does. So anyway, as far as I can say is that if you guys do enjoy the rest of this video, then be sure, like I said, is give this one a like, comment, and subscribe to the bell to be notified. And also, guys, be sure to cross your fingers to see who still wins. We never know who will. And like I said, if I do make like a good correction, basic of corrections, then we just may never know. Like I said, if the 49ers do win, they either have to face the Bengals or Chiefs to compete. But if the 49ers do still have to face against the Chiefs, the Bengals are done. But if Eagles do win, they get to face the Bengals or Chiefs. But if the Bengals do win, they get to face the 49ers or Eagles. But if the Chiefs win, they get to face the 49ers and Eagles. So that's the only ones that might be considering left. So if you guys like to choose that a bit wisely, we just may never know. And also, guys, who do you think who's going to be the final two teams that will make it? Who will and who will make it to the Super Bowl? Who will do and who will actually will? I mean, I'm quite surprised to see any of those teams actually making it, which I mean, gotta be that honest, I don't quite know who does. But my money, I have to say the Bengals kind of actually would make it. I think they kind of will, since I never heard that the Bengals never won never won a Super Bowl. So to be honest with you guys, there's another cat team. Listen, my only honest vote I'd say is that the Bengals could definitely would win the whole thing. Seriously, the Bengals could, and I hope that they will make it to the playoffs. Which I mean, seriously, the Bengals just never even got a Super Bowl. They never even won a Super Bowl in their entire time. So to be that honest and frankly honest with everyone else, is that if you guys have never seen a Super Bowl that Bengals had never won before, guys, please be sure to pick your money on the Bengals. They definitely should deserve winning that game, and they should definitely kind of would deserve winning. Hey, even though that my Seahawks are done, I'd say I would pick another wise example. I'm not saying this I'm just joining another team. I'm only just saying I'm picking it wisely for whoever still wins the Super Bowl. That's pretty much it, everyone. So, thank you very much for watching this video, everyone, of the Devin-Vlogs. Thank you very much for watching. And my name is Chung of the Devin-Vlogs, man. Once again, that the four final teams had still came on to the final big game of the playoffs. And plus, who will win? We just may never know, but find out. And I think it's going to start around the 29th of Sunday. So if you guys want to watch that game, oh, the two games are competing that big. I mean, it's going to be coming down history to history. I mean, there could be only one team left, and there could be only two. I mean, if it's one versus one, it's going to be a good hell of a match. It's going to be very good. So if you guys actually enjoy it, then remember to be frankly as thank you very much for watching. Give this video a like and comment and subscribe to the bell to be notified. And plus, who do you think is going to win at the Super Bowl? We just may never know who does. But thank you very much for watching. I'm Devin. I'm chilling with Devin Vlogs, man. I'll see you guys next time. And also, signing off.